Tonight we're doing a review on another item by Coidak. This is another one of their little LED lights with the E26 base. Fits a standard light bulb socket. This is an LED light. This one's kind of cool because it does have a remote and it has some kind of cool features which I'll go through. Go ahead and screw it in here to a light socket so we can see it on, and I'll explain to you how everything works on it. Alright, it does have a heat sink on it because of the electronics inside the light. This will get warm to the touch. It won't really get hot enough to burn you, but it can get to the point it's uncomfortable. Playing with the remote, you do have your on and off buttons. You can turn it so it's bright, or you can turn it down. What's cool with this is that's your standard brightness with it. And at night, if you just want a night light in the room, but you don't want to have a separate night light, all you have to do is push where it looks like a moon, and it turns the light.
Did you set it up?
Oh, hold on. There we go. It puts it right down into a night light, which is kind of cool. Also on the remote, when you do have it back into the normal mode, you can control the brightness with a dimmer switch going up and down. Or it has the settings broke up for the light so that you could have 10% brightness, 20% brightness, 30%, 40%, 60%, and 100% brightness. But what is also cool with this is if you look at the light right now, it's on cool white. And cool white will kind of give you a bluish tone, which some people like, some people don't. Get something white here so you can see what I'm talking about.
Let me see it.
So with the cool white, if you notice this, let me turn this overhead light off. With the cool white, it's going to kind of give you a bluish tone, which is kind of a cold tone. Most people like something a little bit warmer. Well, the neat thing with this light, you can actually switch it to a warm white light.
Now on the camera it looks white still, but I'm using an iPod 4th generation, so it's not going to pick up the colors really well.
And it has several settings in between where you can change it from a warm white to a neutral back to a cold. And then you also have buttons at the bottom of the remote again, which allow you to do some other settings. So if you look at the remote here, we also have buttons here that will allow you to color change, so you can just scroll through these buttons from the cold to the warm coloration. But these four setups down here, you can program. Let's say if you typically like to read with the light being in the cold white or the cool white, and at, let's say, 100%, well, you could set these buttons up. For example, here you can program them so that when you turn the on button on, it'll automatically come to white and 100%. Maybe you want to have a romantic evening, so you want it more of a cool or more of a warm white, and maybe only 30% on. Well, you can program this. So you can set 4 different moods that you want that are automatically set up, so when you turn them off and on, it'll go right back to that mode again. Very cool light, very well designed. The remote's nice and comfortable. It's got a good range to it. The light is very efficient, doesn't use much power, and it should have long lifespan because it is LED, and it does have some cool features.
And you might worry about the remote breaking if you drop it. This remote is really strong, so you won't have to worry about that.